I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp last weekend, and honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought. The movie definitely does have a lot of issues, but I think it really does a good job of like establishing its characters and establishing the next phase of the MCU. This whole movie seems like the production design was simply just blue screen. There's no real sets really, except for maybe New York at the beginning. And to me, it just seems like you can really tell that they're just standing in an empty room. So the world just doesn't have a whole lot of life to it compared to like something like Andor that I just watched a couple weeks ago, where the sets are real in this fantasy kind of environment, and it really does a way better job of making you feel like you're actually there. And this kind of production design can affect a lot of things. It can affect the direction of the film. It can affect the performances if you're just staring at nothing. You know, obviously it's really hard to act in that instance. However, a lot of the CGI and visual effects are really impressive, if not an overload. Ant-Man and the Wasp does a good job, I think, of establishing Cassie Lang as a new compelling side character. While I didn't really love what they did with her in the first 20 minutes of the film, like they were set up like this, character flaw that I thought was going to come back later and be reconciled, but it really isn't. I didn't like that direction they took. But overall, she is confident and capable, really smart, and not in an annoying way, kind of like America Chavez, where she was just plot MacGuffin and really didn't have any personality. This time, Cassie Lang does have personality. She's not like perfect at it, but she's really smart. She uses her wits and stuff, which I really liked about her character. Also, Paul Rudd, not much to say. He just loves this character. He does such a great job as the Ant-Man and really gets to shine here. He's not overshadowed by the supporting cast, which I feel like Marvel has fallen into the past when trying to bring in a lot of characters. The Wasp doesn't really do a whole lot in terms of story here, but she does do some cool action scenes. But yeah, she's just really not that important to the overall narrative or character development of Ant-Man or other characters. She's just kind of there, kicks some butt, which I kind of wish she was in it more because she's in the title. Also, Bill Murray's in the movie for like one scene. Complete waste of money. They probably didn't even need to spend the resources on him. My biggest problem with the movie, though, was the screenplay. I think it was just like plot event, plot event, plot event, and there was no flow in between, so it was just like really jarring. Overall, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantamania wasn't that bad. However, I kind of have to be a little bit hard on it, harder than I think a lot of other fans would be, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.